They're not on yet. I'm waiting until she confirms we're good.
Depends on how long we're going.
It's gonna be 45 minutes.
You're good.
Your report, 45?
It's gonna be 30 minutes. Give you over the under.
Mary, you're good to go and we're live.
All right. Welcome to the December 9th, 2024 Board of Aldermen meeting. I now call this meeting to order and would ask everyone to rise and join in the pledge of allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. I would ask the city clerk to call roll, please.
Alderman Allen? Here. Alderman Harder?
Here.
Alderman Hughes? Here. Alderman Kinsella?
Here.
Alderman Murphy?
Here.
Alderman Schwer?
Here.
Alderman Steinhebel?
Here.
And Alderman Weezahan.
Here.
Mary, Miss Presiding, we do have a quorum.
Thank you. Before I go to the minutes, I just want to make a comment about our winter over the weekend. I don't think that could have been a better event. I want to thank our Parks Department and folks for doing the heavy lifting, for Alderman Murphy for heading up Parks and Trails, and I know we also had help from Michelle Francisco, but there were a lot of the members of the Parks and Trails Commission who were there. And I thought it actually had grown exponentially from year one to year two in terms of the number of vendors and the people who were out there. Obviously, the great weather didn't hurt, but there were a lot of things going on. It was pretty obvious that people were having a great time. And I do think it's one of those events that helps both community and our community. And so I would like to maybe let Alderman Murphy talk for a second about it, but I, for one, thought it was an outstanding.
Thank you, Chair. Thank you, the rest of the board as well. Got to see a lot of you guys there that evening or afternoon. Yeah, a lot of positive things going on there. It's a great way to kind of celebrate the holiday season and just the time of year for the community. It was also tremendous contributions by community leaders and community people to be part of this committee, to pull in choirs from different schools, activities, volunteers and contributions. Special thanks to People's National Bank for being a major contributor to this one. Straub's for contributing food items as well, and then Bloom Lighting for contributing the lighting as well. For all those people who are watching at home, definitely swing by Town Square Park as those lights will continue to be on the rest of the season as well. Positive environment. Also financially, a very, very carefully crafted program. It actually ended up having a net margin of 50%. Everything all total, including overtime for the staff. So a great contribution to the city and a good reflection of what we all stand for in our community at large. Thank you.
Yeah, great job. I would now seek a motion and second to approve the minutes from our previous meeting. Any discussion or amendment? All in favor?
I'm sorry, is there a motion and a second on that?
Second.
Any discussion or amendment? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Are there, is there anyone from the public that would like to speak? That anyone try to speak or form?
No.
Okay, thank you. And there's not a public hearing, and we do not have any appointments. At this point, I would recognize the board's opportunity to provide any reports that they would wish to. Alderman Hughes.
Thank you, Mayor. The next meeting of the Architecture Review Board is set for Monday, January the 6th. I can't believe I'm saying it, but 2025 at 5:30 here at the Municipal Center. And I say every time, all are welcome. Thank you.
Thank you. Alderman Weezahan.
Thank you. Want to make a couple comments. One, just want to highlight our new website. I know there's a lot of work into updating that. That's the information wherever looks for the city. So I think that's, if anybody hasn't checked it out, take a look at that. But also, Chief Wilkie wanted to give an update on the police department getting reaccredited for the 21 to 23 years. I think he had comments to say about it as well.
Thank you, Alderman, Mayor, and Board. I just very quickly wanted to recognize, excuse me, Captain Jeff McNutt, Lieutenant Dan Duddleston, Sergeant Chris Moore, and Ms. Katie Sariotti. The accreditation process was for years 21 through 23. It's a very time-consuming process, but necessary. And if not for the work of those individuals, it would have been very difficult with all the transition we've had over the past year to get this accreditation completed on time. So I just wanted to thank them.
Did you stay there just 1 second? And I know you guys are busy because I was going down Clayton Road west about 220 today, somewhere near Weidman, and the police vehicle was going east at an extremely fast rate of speed. So I figured they were obviously something they had to do. And then around 4:15, I got on the interstate 64 going east, and a lot of flashing lights down there too. So something was going on down there. So I know that you and your department have been awfully busy lately. That is for sure.
Thank you very much for recognizing that. We stay busy, but we'll take it.
Yeah, I get it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jim.
And Mr. Shelton, do you have a report?
Just real quick, want to thank all of the board members for the very nice and appreciated breakfast for the entire staff on Friday morning. It was much enjoyed and appreciated, very timely, and thank all of you.
The least we can do.
Okay.
All right, moving on to unfinished business. Bill number 24-59, board as a whole. Without objection, will the city clerk read the bill for the second time?
Bill number 2459 is an ordinance approving the budget and authorizing budgeted expenditures for the budget year beginning January 1, 2025.
Thank you. I see the motion and second to approve.
Second.
Thank you. Discussion or amendments? Alderman Weezer.
Thank you. I'd like to make an amendment to the budget. Had some conversation with Shelton regarding the capital fund. I wanted to amend to reflect in reference to the municipal building design to have the budget reflect the $750,000 estimate instead of the $1,150,000 line item.
Any other discussion on that amendment? I think it.
Can we get a second on that?
Second.
Okay. And then, again, anyone discuss that amendment? If not, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Okay. Thank you. Alderman Allen.
Thank you. So now we're going to discuss the budget. Is
That's
that-
true.
That's wrong.
That's true.
I just want to make sure, and I know there was one item added since Ways and Means had approved. And for the record, I'd just like that to be mentioned and confirmed there are no other additions to the budget since Ways and Means, because to me, the support of Ways and Means passing the budget is key, but just for transparency.
Besides those items at Ways and Means, it was just the $2,000 item for the revolving sculpture loan program in the Parks and Stormwater Fund.
And that has been in prior budgets, right?
I don't remember when it was last, but I know it wasn't in last.
The city has previously participated in that. I believe it's through the Regional Arts Council. And so it's a revolving art and sculpture process. So we have done that
Just
in the
left
past.
off, but we have that for approval tonight within our budget.
Correct.
Any other discussion or amendments? At this point, I would ask the city to call a roll call vote for this amended bill.
Alderman Allen.
Aye.
Alderman Weezer.
Aye.
Alderman Schwer.
Aye.
Alderman Murphy.
Aye.
Alderman Harder.
Aye.
Alderman Kinsella.
Aye.
Alderman Hughes.
Aye.
And Alderman Steinhubl. The bill passes unanimously as amended and becomes ordinance number 4665.
Thank you. Next bill number 24-60, sponsored by the board as a whole, without objection to the city clerk to read the bill for the second time.
Bill number 2460 is an ordinance regarding the rate of compensation for employees of the city of Town and Country and repealing ordinance numbers 4598 and 4614.
Thank you. I see a motion and second to approve.
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Any discussion or amendment? I would ask the city clerk for a roll call vote.
Alderman Schwer.
Aye.
Alderman Murphy.
Aye.
Alderman Steinhubl.
Aye.
Alderman Hughes.
Aye.
Alderman Harder.
Aye.
Alderman Weezahan.
Aye.
Alderman Allen.
Aye.
And Alderman Kinsella. The bill passes unanimously and becomes ordinance number 4666.
Next bill number 24-61, we assume would be sponsored by the board with the exception of Alderman Hughes. And without objection, would the city clerk read the bill for the second time?
Bill number 2461 is an ordinance approving a deer management plan and authorizing a wildlife management service agreement between the city of Town and Country, Missouri and White Buffalo, Inc. for professional deer management services.
Can I seek a motion and second to approve?
So moved. Second.
Any discussion or amendment on this bill? Alderman Kinsella.
Thank you, Chairman. I'm not sure if, Bob, you're the right person to ask, or perhaps someone else, but in any case, I noticed in the detail of this particular bill, it shows the distance sampling last year of roughly $5,500 was added. That's now removed. And so the total cost for this deer management goes down by a small margin from last year to this year. But the total cost from White Buffalo is actually up about 3%. So that seems like a reasonable inflation sort of element to it. But how often does that distance sampling effort need to be done? Because obviously we'll see that again. How often does that come up?
Correct. So the board made a motion, I believe it was 2 years ago, to do the distance sampling every other year. We used to do it every year, but then the board amended the process to do it every other year. So we would again propose that next year.
And the distance sampling then is drone footage or something to do a head count?
It's actually by vehicle with spotlights is the process.
So it's kind of pricey.
Yeah.
So we should expect that again next year.
Correct.
Okay.
And the Missouri Department of Conservation recommends it as part of their analysis of the herd control.
Okay. Very, very good. Thank you.
Good question. Any other questions or discussion? Alderman Allen.
Question for Mr. Chilton. So in the warrant list, we have one for an item. So the removal for the deer, which I assume also was for the processing.
No, the deer on your warrant list are those that are hit by vehicles, and we have,
Just carting away.
correct.
Two different things.
So if we hit enough deer with cars, we wouldn't need to do this.
Sadly, it happens.
Yeah.
It worked both ways.
I would ask the city clerk for a roll call vote.
Alderman Weezahan.
Aye.
Alderman Kinsella.
Aye.
Alderman Harder.
Aye.
Alderman Steinhubl.
Aye.
Alderman Allen.
Aye.
Alderman Schwer.
Aye.
Alderman Murphy.
Aye.
And Alderman Hughes.
Nay.
The bill passes 7-1 and becomes ordinance number 4667.
Thank you. Next bill number 24-62, sponsored by the board as a whole, without objection, would the city clerk read the bill for the second time?
Bill number 2462 is an ordinance accepting the bid of Corvus Janitorial for 2025 custodial services at city-owned buildings and parks and authorizing a maintenance agreement for same.
Thank you. I seek a motion and second to approve.
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Any discussion or amendment? Alderman Kinsella.
Yes, I just want to point out for the record that the price increase that Corvus instituted from last year to this year was about $3,400, it's actually $3,565, which is only a 6% price increase. It's actually a pretty reasonable price increase, but I think you'll see in our discussions of the next two bills, it was substantially different for price increases. So this one, very good, the next one's not as attractive. I just thought I'd point that out.
Any other discussion? I would ask the city clerk for a roll call vote.
Alderman Steinhubel.
Aye.
Alderman Hughes.
Aye.
Alderman Murphy.
Aye.
Alderman Weezahan.
Aye.
Alderman Harder.
Aye.
Alderman Schwer.
Aye.
Alderman Kinsella.
Aye.
And Alderman Allen.
Aye.
The bill passes unanimously and becomes ordinance number 4668.
Thank you. Next bill number 2463, sponsored by the board as a whole, without objection. Would the city clerk read the bill for the second time?
Bill number 2463 is an ordinance accepting the bid of the Greenwood Group for the 2025 Grounds Care Program and authorizing an agreement for same.
Thank you. I seek a motion and second to approve.
So moved.
Second.
And discussion or amendment. Alderman Kinsella.
Yes, in this case, and I just want to make sure I'm clear on this, last year we used St. Louis Select Landscaping to do this work, and it cost $144,825. This year, St. Louis Select did provide a bid, however, it was substantially higher at $189,000 and some change. So theirs was up more than what we could accept. The Greenwood Group came in at $183,700. But that is still a roughly $40,000 increase in the cost of landscaping work. That's a 27% increase in the cost for landscaping. Is there any rationale behind such a dramatic change?
Michael, I'll defer.
I have to say it's just labor and equipment costs.
Clearly fuel is down.
Yes. But that would be my estimation.
Could you talk a little bit about, for these companies that do landscaping, how hard or easy is it to find people to do the work?
Oh, that's a good question, Mayor. It's extremely difficult for these companies to find people to do work. So that is part of the problem. They're having to pay them quite a bit more. Obviously, it's labor intensive, so you need the younger folks who can handle the labor. So it is difficult.
I think it's instructive too, to see that St. Louis Landscaping raised their price even more than what we accepted from Greenwood. So it's not as though our current vendor felt that there was no need to raise price. They clearly did as well. So this is sort of the nature of the beast in that market.
It's interesting that these two companies seem to alternate with us. Every 3-year term, one of them gets it. So Greenwood Group had it before St. Louis Select last time.
Alderman Schwer.
If I'm not mistaken, the snow removal, if I'm related, is a multi-year deal, correct?
Yes.
Is there a possibility of some of these agreements as well being multi-year?
This one is a 3-year cycle.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Never mind.
Alderman Murphy.
Michael, we had two participants who did not fully complete the assignment.
Mhm.
Could you give a little bit of an elaboration of where they were incomplete?
The assignments, sir.
Yeah, well, you didn't know all the buttons.
Both Land Care and Go Green failed to provide about half of the documents required that were asked for in the bid package. Neither used DGM Logistics, which we required in the bid package. The other two companies were using them, and that could be a substantial difference in cost. DGM Logistics handles native plantings.
Now, have we gone out to bid to Land Care and Go Green in prior cycles, or were they our first time in?
They did not respond the last time. It was strictly
So
the Greenwood Group and St. Louis Select who responded 3 years ago. So those two are both new companies.
Thank you.
Any other discussion? I would ask the city clerk for a roll call vote.
Thank you.
Alderman Hughes.
Aye.
Alderman Schwer.
Aye.
Alderman Kinsella. Alderman Murphy.
Aye.
Alderman Weezahan.
Aye.
Alderman Allen.
Aye.
Alderman Steinhubel. And Alderman Harder.
Aye.
The bill passes unanimously and becomes ordinance number 4669.
Thank you. Next bill number 24-64, sponsored by the board as a whole without objection. Will the city clerk read the bill for the second time?
Bill number 2464 is an ordinance accepting the bid and authorizing an agreement with T Hill Construction for the 2025 on-call roadway maintenance program.
I seek a motion and second to approve.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion or amendment? Alderman Kinsella.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. What was our cost, Michael, over this past year for this maintenance? Will we have to have an emergency or we have to call T Hill for some sort of an on-call roadway event?
The unit price as compared to,
No, I see the unit price is
Yes.
substantially higher.
yes,
But do you know what we spent calling them on a moment's notice last year?
well, our budget is about 200,000 for that. And we spend almost all of it every year.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Is there a cost for hourly at the lowest level of employee called a laborer on their contract? Went from 70 to 95.
Yes,
So
sir.
the hourly rate for that is up 36%. That's a substantial change.
Yes.
And an operation engineer went up $35 an hour. So there are some big price increases for that. In the budget, I don't remember, what was the number we used for this particular item?
We were still using 200,000, that's what we budget every year.
So we may go over that.
No,
So we use it every year, in other words.
We use 200,000 every year, yes. So
And
we'll
now
be able
we
to do
charge
less work.
36% more is what I'm saying.
We'll be able to do less work next year.
Hopefully the roads will stay in good shape. Huh? All right, I understand. It's labor.
For what it's worth, they're charging us exactly what they charge Wildwood. So we
said Wildwood?
Yes, we had been getting a very large discount from what they were charging Wildwood. So for this term, they chose to charge us exactly the same as Wildwood.
They don't like us anymore. Couldn't split the difference.
Are they a union? Sorry. They union?
I don't know, sir.
Alderman Weezahan.
Just to follow up with Alderman Kinsella, I mean, is there a concern if the budget amount's the same, but if their expense or their cost to us for each hour is going up that significant, is there a concern that we won't be able to adequately take care of things?
If there's something extreme that happens towards the end of the year, I can always ask for an appropriation. I dread doing that, as you know, but that's what would happen. Something big happen at the end of the year.
Okay.
Tom Thousand is very good
Yeah,
at budgeting how often he uses them,
okay,
deciding what work he needs to be done, so
okay.
I trust him.
All right.
All right, that's the city clerk for roll call vote.
Alderman Murphy.
Aye.
Alderman Harder.
Aye.
Alderman Allen.
Aye.
Alderman Kinsella.
Aye.
Alderman Steinhubel.
Aye.
Alderman Hughes.
Aye.
Alderman Weezahan.
Aye.
And Alderman Schwer.
Aye.
The bill passes unanimously and becomes ordinance number 4670.
Thank you. Next bill number 24-65, sponsored by the board as a whole without objection. Will the city clerk read the bill for the second?
Bill number 2465 is an ordinance accepting the bid and authorizing an agreement with Gershner Electric, Inc. for 2025 on-call traffic signal maintenance and repair.
Thank you. Seek a motion and second to approve.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion or amendments? Alderman Kinsella.
Thank you, Mayor. Just I want to point out that in this case, the labor rates for the various electric work that Gerstner is offering are only up 4%. So just in contrast to what we saw on the previous two vendors' bids, this particular labor agreement is substantially within what you would think is a reasonable inflationary impact. The other two, I feel like it's very high.
Yeah.
This one's good.
This is only 1 year.
versus 3.
This is 3 years.
So they're playing catch up.
This is 3 years.
This is 3 years. Well,
It's 3 years.
This is 3 years. What was it from last year to this year? There was only 4%. Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the city clerk for a roll call vote.
Alderman Carter.
Aye.
Alderman Steinable.
Aye.
Alderman Hughes.
Aye.
Alderman Murphy.
Aye.
Alderman Allen.
Aye.
Alderman Schwer.
Aye.
Alderman Kinsella.
Aye.
And Alderman Weasahan.
Aye.
The bill passes unanimously and becomes ordinance number 4671.
Thank you. Next bill number 24-66, board as a whole, without objection, will the city clerk read the bill for the second time?
Bill number 2466 is an ordinance authorizing adoption of the Second Amendment to the 2023 Fire Protection and Ambulance Service Agreement and the First Amendment to the 2023 Lease Agreement with West County EMS and Fire Protection District.
Thank you. I seek a motion and second to approve.
Second.
Any discussion or amendment? Alderman Weasahan.
Thank you, Mayor. I've got two motions two amendments for this ordinance to take up separately. But the first one that I wanted to make was for to amend section 11D of Exhibit A. The first sentence to read as follows: notwithstanding the foregoing, any increase in the annual charge for any single service year over the amount paid for the prior service year shall not exceed the 3%, nor shall it decrease from the prior year annual charge.
And let's talk about anyone wish to discuss that.
We'll need a second on that as
Oh, I'm
well.
sorry.
Second.
So moved. Okay. And any discussion on that amendment?
So my thought was, the way that it's worded is that it would never increase or decrease. So that it would essentially be set at 3%. But earlier in the contract, discusses how our rate is dependent on their calculated, fire district's calculated rate. So which could fluctuate up and down. This would allow the rate to not exceed the 3%, but it wouldn't lower prior to, it could still, it wouldn't always have to be at a 3% increase every year. It could go down to as much as 0% increase and stay the same as the prior year if their rate would change and go lower or go up to 3%, but it wouldn't lock it in at that 3 every year.
Okay. All in favor of that amendment, say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Thank you. And you have a second amendment?
The second one I had was for, to make a motion to section 5 of Exhibit B, to remove the words upward or downward from sentence 3. I'll make a motion to adjust that.
Is there a second for that?
Second.
Do you want to talk about that a little?
Yeah, just similar, that it would just, where we go? Essentially, the lease agreement would be adjusted, so if you remove the word upward or downward, it would say the annual rent credit amount will be adjusted by the same percentage as the fund payment. So if we eliminate that, then it would be at the same rate that on both sides.
Any other discussion on that second amendment? All in favor of that amendment, say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Any other discussion? Alderman Schwer.
So if we go through with the renovation of the firehouse, would we then be able to increase the lease?
So the lease agreement contemplates that $100,000 plus whatever escalation that gets appropriated to improvements to the facility, which are currently estimated at roughly $2 million. So over the 20 years, that $100,000 pays off that $2 million in improvements.
I would ask the city clerk for roll call vote on bill number 24-66 with the two amendments.
Alderman Weezahan.
Aye.
Alderman Allen.
Aye.
Alderman Schwer.
Aye.
Alderman Hughes.
Aye.
Alderman Harder.
Aye.
Alderman Kinsella.
Aye.
Alderman Steinhubel. And Alderman Murphy.
Aye.
The bill passes unanimously with the noted exhibit amendments and becomes ordinance number 4672.
Thank you. Next bill number 24-67, sponsored by Boris Pool. Without objection, will the city clerk read the bill for the second time?
Bill number 2467 is an ordinance authorizing the city administrator to waive inspection fees on certain office space renovations during the 2025 calendar year.
I seek a motion and a second.
So moved.
Second.
And discussion or amendment, Alderman Allen.
Thank you, Mayor. I move to accept substitute Bill 2467 for consideration.
Would you explain your changes?
Yes, these are just points of clarification. I know our city attorney was going over our language, and these were just some better ways of saying it legalese wise.
City attorney good with it?
Yes, sir.
I would seek a second on the motion for the substitute.
Second.
Any further discussion on the substitution? All in favor of carrying the substitute for consideration, say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? And any further discussion? I would ask the city clerk for a roll call vote.
Alderman Kinsella.
Aye.
Alderman Allen.
Aye.
Alderman Weezahan.
Aye.
Alderman Murphy.
Aye.
Alderman Hughes.
Aye.
Alderman Harder.
Aye.
Alderman Schwer.
Aye.
And Alderman Steinhubel.
Aye.
The bill passes unanimously as substituted and becomes ordinance number 4673.
Moving on to new business, it's kind of one of my favorite resolutions. Resolution number R12-2024, resolution canceling the scheduled Board of Aldermen meeting, which will be the meeting on December 23rd. I seek a motion and a second.
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Any discussion or amendment? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. The warrant list, relatively hefty this month, $1,752,808.25. Seek a motion and second to approve.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion or amendment? Alderman Hughes.
Thank you, Mayor. My usual question, where were the dead deer located? That's on page 1, the 3.
60 Brook Mill, 1951 to Pear, 12945 Hunt Bridge Forest.
Okay. And Bridge was the last one.
Hunt Bridge Forest.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Alderman Allen.
Thank
Are you not finished? I'm sorry.
you. I'm sorry. I had 2 more questions.
Fire away, then we'll get you up.
Okay, on page 2, CarStar and Arnold Body Shop Repair for the police, was there an accident or?
I believe this was our truck that had some body work that didn't take it out of commission.
Okay,
But we were waiting until we had other vehicles come back into service and then we were able to get the body work done on that vehicle.
okay, great, I just wanted to know. And then on the next page, Defender Product Solutions Vehicle Equipment and Installation, $12,140.
Yes, ma'am, that was our last vehicle. Believe it or not, those vehicles were purchased I believe in the second quarter of the year. But because of the upfitter and their reputation, we had to get in line, and this was the last of our vehicles this year. It
Okay.
finally got complete.
I appreciate it, Chief,
Yes,
thank you.
ma'am.
Alderman Allen.
Thank you, Mayor. So typically, before meeting, I was checked with Mr. Sheldon on different points. And today, a lot of high points and things I like to bring up because it's always nice, I think, to point out the positives. And again, going back to Alderman Murphy and the work that's been done with the various events, so that looking at the warrant list, it really highlights the great work of sponsorships that we have been receiving for Winterfest and Turkey Trot and all that. Very much appreciated. So then on page 3, the stormwater grant reimbursement. This is a first time of a resident helping to cover some of the costs. Can you elaborate, Mr. Chilton?
So that's part of the program that the Public Works Commission put into place to help encourage residents to be more proactive with stormwater projects when they have an issue. It's a 50-50 match. The city will reimburse the resident 50% of the cost of the stormwater project after it's been designed and approved by the city. So
It's nice to see the residents pony up for helping on these projects. Okay, then on page 4, with these solar panel purchases, this is a final lease payment, and we purchased. Can you
correct. So Michael had provided some numbers, and I know it went through the Public Works Commission, that the value the city has received and decreased utility cost has far outweighed our expense on these solar panels. So it was a very big success for the city to have these panels both on the roof of City Hall and on the roof of our police car canopy,
So we work efficiently.
very efficiently.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And all in favor of approving the warrant, please say aye.
Aye.
That carries. I do not have any other business to talk about tonight or to bring up, but I will open it to any members of the board who have something they would like to bring forward. Alderman Hughes.
Thank you, Mayor. I just wanted to say it has been a pleasure working with everyone on this board for the past year. And I look forward to working with all of you next year. And I want to wish all of our residents out there a very nice holiday season and be safe.
Thank you for the.
Thank you.
Thank you. I seek a motion and second to adjourn.
So moved.
Any discussion on that? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Everybody have a good evening, and as I would say, a happy holiday season.
Yes,
Thank you.
thank you.
Missed that 30 minutes.